Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, welcome to the family. My name is Dina. Today we are doing something different, something super duper out of my comfort zone. If you haven't noticed, I got a new vlogging camera. That is what I'm using right now because before all I had was a DSLR, which is extremely big and heavy. I'm really excited about this camera. So not only is it super light and it'll be easier to carry around with me, give me some more options, but also I now have two cameras to work with when I film, so multiple angles. And this camera is amazing for streaming. So I do want to eventually get into like more live videos and streaming and stuff. Those are my 2022 goals. But the major goal for me for 2022 was to get out of my comfort zone and start filming out of the house, which I am super nervous about. I shouldn't care, but I get really big anxiety about people watching me film and seeing me film. I wanted to do a kind of just like a channeled reading, channeled messages from spirit, tarot type of thing, but I didn't really want to do it in my house. I kind of wanted to get out because it's a beautiful day. So I want to try and find a spot. I am going to go for a drive. I actually have no idea where I'm driving. Maybe I'm gonna go to a park and see if there's like a private spot. If I chicken out, you might end up getting a video of me reading tarot cards in my car. This is not the most flattering angle. You guys might get double chin situation. This is the best I can do, guys. This is my phone. Don't want the radio. That is my phone holder for when I use it for GPS, and I just turn it sideways. So we're gonna do that. That way I can drive and chat with you guys without being distracted, because distracted driving is not a good thing. All right, we are almost at the park. Ooh, oh my God, the potholes here are awful right now. What happened? All right, so still quite wet, but it's not bad. It's a little chilly. I've got a blanket on me. There's a picnic bench right there. I almost think this giant tree behind me is like a better spot. All right, so hopefully the background noise isn't too loud. Two moms and their kids just like strolled by and they were super loud, and I'm like, oh, please don't choose this spot. I've got my homebound tarot here. This deck has been literally one of my favorite decks lately, and I haven't talked about it on camera yet because it is fairly new to my collection and I've just kind of been using it personally, but it's definitely been one of my go-tos just because it just reads so well and it feels very personal. So I'm just gonna take a moment just to ground and center. Oh, I love being against this tree. It feels good. So just take a moment. Ask spirit, ask my higher self to channel any messages that the collective might need to hear at this time. Please help me convey these messages with clarity. Anything that needs to be said, please channel through me. Anything that my viewers need to hear at this time, please come forward. There's something different about being out in nature and doing this. All right, so let's see what messages need to come through for the collective at this time. I'm trying to not get my cards dirty because the ground is still a little bit gross. Let's pull my towel out. Okay, so already to start off, I have two cards coming through in reverse. So we have the Death card in reverse, and we also have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And what I'm getting from this is there's some pretty intense change, something that, is inevitable, something that needs to happen, that I feel like a lot of people are right now pushing away. It's like they're avoiding it. There's a lot of resistance here, and this resistance is making the whole process more difficult, and it's almost like you're so fearful of the change, you're so fearful of being in this discomfort, but you're completely oblivious to the opportunity and the abundance that can come to you without. And it's because it's like you don't believe you can have this wealth, you don't believe you can have this abundance, in your life. You know, with this Knight of Pentacles in reverse, it's like, you know, you're too scared to go for it. You're too scared to take action. So you're really trying to stay the way things are. You don't want change. You don't want, you know, the end of something. You know, something is inevitably coming to an end. Something needs to end so you can move forward into something greater and something better for you, but you don't want it to end. So a lot of resistance there. Is there anything else that needs to come through? Any advice to help, you know, move through this resistance, move through this doubt? Eight of Wands. So this is again just letting you know that, you know, change, movement is inevitable. It's going to happen whether you feel comfortable or not. And it's telling you, you know, like, sit with that, you know, accept that. Learn to be comfortable with that. You know, like, there's a lot of movement, there's a lot happening around this person, but they're just peacefully sitting there, being present, and just understanding, like, okay, like, it's gonna happen, so let me just, you know, roll with it. Let me just flow with it. Let me just accept and trust that this is happening for my greater good. This is happening because it needs to happen. And it's just trust the universe and trust, or God, or, you know, the divine, or source, or whatever you call it. Trust that it's happening, you know, for you, not to you. So it's just like, yeah, it's just the acceptance and the trust element that needs to come forward, really. Let's see what other messages need to come through. So we have the Eight of Swords here. And with this card, it's like, it's definitely that feeling of avoidance, that feeling of staying put, being stuck. And I think a lot of this has to do with that fear of change, that fear of... Okay, I had to pause because there's a lady like walking like right towards me, and I felt like I had no privacy. So, yeah, the Eight of Swords, again, is that energy of fear, of avoidance. I feel like there's something that needs to move forward here, but it is scary, and there is a lot of avoidance and fear that is happening here. So, you know, you really need to learn how to free yourself from those fears and stuff. And I can completely understand this because I stayed in my comfort zone for a long time with a few different things. And, you know, really pushing yourself out of those, you know, comfort zones is how we grow as people. It's how we discover new, exciting, and better things in our lives. And when we just stay put in our comfort zones forever, we miss out on opportunities that come forward for us. So, you know, Spirit's really wanting you to break free from those boundaries, from that box that you're putting yourself in, and, you know, just dive into this new opportunity that's coming forth. If there's something that you've been offered, something exciting, something new, but you're just kind of been iffy about it, and you're like, oh, I don't know, like, I don't know if this is going to be good for me, I don't know if this is safe, I don't know if this is a good idea. I think this is like your message, your confirmation to just go for it, you know, jump in. We have the Two of Cups here, and this is really positive yes energy. This is like, okay, this is it's time to take it. Time to take this chance, time to work with it, because it's going to bring a lot of balance and equilibrium into your life, and just like that happiness and joyous energy of just loving what you're doing, loving where you are in life. And, you know, it's just like that love language of just working with life, you know, feeling that you are not fighting life and not in this, you know, resistance, tugging, like tug of war kind of situation, you know. Sometimes you feel like you're fighting life, like you feel like, you know, you're just in a bad situation, or, you know, no matter what you do, it just doesn't feel like it fits. This is like completely opposite of that. It's that energy of like that give and take of like, you know, you're working together, things are working for you. So yeah, let's see what other things need to come through from Spirit. I have to say though, my hands are a little stiff because it's still kind of cold out, so I look forward to doing this on an even warmer day. The Lovers. So Spirit wants you to fall back in love with life. I feel like there's been, with these cards, Death card in reverse, with the Eight of Swords, there's definitely been some heavy energy, and I think a lot of us have felt in this like heavy energy with, there's a lot of stuff happening in the world. The wind's making my eyes water. There's been a lot of stuff happening in the world, a lot of heavy energy, and I think a lot of us also feel like, you can't be happy. There's like this feeling of like feeling guilty of being happy and enjoying life when there's such bad things happening around the rest of the world. And, that is something that's completely normal. But while it's important to, hold space and love for the people that are, dealing with these things and having a tough time, it's also important to remember to, raise the vibration of the planet overall and just, take care of yourself and the people around you. And just, you can't stop living. You can't stop your life. And a lot of us have felt like our life has been put on hold in the last couple of years. And, Spirit is really asking you to just allow yourself to fall in love with life again. Allow yourself to fall in love with the day-to-day, the things that you enjoy. Fall in love with, the foods that you get to eat, the sunshine, nature. Get yourself a little tree friend and sit by it. Whatever it takes for you to feel that positive, high vibrational energy again. Really taking time to fall in love with life. So that's what that is about. This isn't necessarily about a romantic love, though sometimes, falling in love with somebody does help you fall in love with life, and sometimes that's what it is for some people. But it's definitely talking specifically about falling in love with life in general, just really feeling like you can live life again and, grabbing hold of that. I also have the Hangman here. And the Hangman is all about, putting yourself in uncomfortable situations. Literally me reading tarot in the park. Putting yourself in uncomfortable positions. Also viewing things from a new perspective, and maybe you felt stuck and you felt trapped and you felt like you can't move forward or can't do something different or new. And some of this can be from like old mindsets, old viewpoints about your life and what you should be doing or shouldn't be doing, what others expect of you. And the Hangman is here to say, start looking at things from a new perspective, start looking at things from a refreshed point of view, and start putting yourself in uncomfortable positions, because these uncomfortable positions are where you actually grow in life. This is where most of your growth can be found. So that is very important. I don't feel like anything else needs to come out of my tarot deck right now. All right. Let's see if there's any other messages that need to come forward. I'm going to use my Moonlight Oracle deck from Tatiana Vendenkina. There is my hair caught in the box. Oh my goodness. What's new? My hair literally gets stuck in everything. I literally can't feel my fingers at this point. Alright, so let's see if there's any other messages that need to come through. Yeah, just to kind of sum up what we found here. Yes, okay, so we've got Waxing Crescent, Initiative, Make a Wish, and Make It a Plan. Again, I believe this is Spirit, urging you to take action on, whatever you've been, again, avoiding and holding back from, avoiding the change, avoiding what is going to be better for you, what's going to be good for you. They're urging you to really initiate that change, initiate it, make that wish, make a plan for it. Don't just, make empty wishes where you want something and you state you want it, but you don't actually do anything about it. You don't actually, take the risk. There's always some sort of risk that we have to take in any situation, like when I started my YouTube channel, I had to put myself out there and take the risk that no one would watch my videos. I had to take the risk that people wouldn't like me. I had to take a risk that I'd be extremely disappointed and my messages maybe couldn't go through. But at the same time, while there's that risk, I also had to have faith in myself, and that's what, you know, Spirit wants you to remember is you need to have that faith in yourself. Like, have that faith and, you know, be able to accomplish the things that you want. Have that faith that you are being protected and led in a direction that is good for you. We've got Isis, goddess of magic and love. And I believe this is, again, enforcing that idea of, you know, falling in love with life, you know, getting back in touch with the magic of life and your own magic, because I feel like a lot of us have become out of touch with that because of the chaos of the world, all the things that are happening, a lot of real pain and destruction and sadness and fear, you know, all of these real life things that we deal with, these very scary things that we deal with, can often make us forget that there is still a lot of love and magic in the world. There's still a lot of abundance for us to create the life that we choose and desire. And when we get caught up in the pain and the fear, we forget about these things. So I think it's really important that we, you know, ground ourselves and bring us back to that and remembering that. Then we have Artemis, goddess of light and divine protector. So, I mean, these goddesses you could also work with if you choose to, but this is, again, you know, reminding you of, you know, to really embrace that light, follow the light, you know, follow, when I say that, I mean, you know, seek the things in life that light you up, that make you fall in love with life, that, you know, spark that passion, that excitement in you when you are down. Seek that, because those are the things that carry us through. Those are the things that help us, you know, grow and evolve, but also bring us back when we're in a place of darkness. And also, you know, divine protector, understanding that you are protected, you are being watched over, you are being guided. So even though you feel like you can do wrong and you feel like you can make mistakes in life, you know, you really can't do wrong, and not in the way you think. Yes, we make mistakes in life. Yes, we can fail in life, but really all that is just a lesson, and it just kind of nudges us more and more in the direction that we are needing to go to. In the end, you know, none of it is a waste of time. None of it is a waste. Like, every single thing that we go through is an experience. It helps us to learn, to grow. And then the final card I pulled here for you guys is the last quarter, release. So there is a lot that needs to be released, guys. A lot that needs to be let go of, because it is these fears, these, you know, pain, any sort of traumas, you know, maybe failures from the past, things like that. That is what is currently holding you guys back and making it really hard for you to step into this new phase of your life that is, again, it's inevitable, it's necessary for your growth. So really releasing that is going to help you step into this new state of being, and it's going to bring so much joy and so much happiness into your life. Like, look how at peace she is in this picture. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little message from Spirit hanging out with me and my tree friend here. I feel like I need to name this tree. I think I'm just gonna chill here actually for like a few minutes in silence. It's a cute spot. I think this is gonna be my spot from now on. We'll see how busy it gets when it's really nice out. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you do give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. It definitely does help out my channel. Please let me know if you guys enjoyed this change of scenery, if you guys want to see like new, different content of me outside of my home, because I always tend to film in my bedroom. But yeah, make sure you guys subscribe. I put up new content every single week. I don't want you guys to miss out on it. Videos on spirituality, self-help, self-improvement, self-love, witchcraft, obviously like card readings, things like that. So if you guys like that kind of stuff, make sure you guys stick around and join the family. We would love to have you be a part of Magic Unleashed. And I hope you guys have an amazing day or night whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.